Welcome back to WorldBox World Domination, and we are back here on the surface of a terraformed moon. That's right, our lunar surface, which is now occupied by various human kingdoms. Now, you might be questioning, like, what is WorldBox World Domination? Yes, you who are new to the channel and new to the series. Basically, put down the kingdoms myself, or it has been created by, the map creator. Anyway, I allow them to develop to the maximum potential. That means they have to be expanded to their maximum size. Their kingdoms has to have, the maximum amount of people, allegedly. And their culture are allowed to be developed to the maximum level. Now, with a switch of a button, I will activate diplomacy, random events. This will allow the kingdom to declare war, make treaties, and form alliances. But in the end, though, there should only be one single kingdom left behind, and that will be the winner, the world dominator. Alright, well, let's just speed it up to ×5 here, and I will be giving you guys some updates. And yeah, updates. First of all, my earplugs has completely given up. Rest in pieces. Well, the situation is that I have already used this earplug for quite some time, a few years at least, and as expected, the earplugs is basically the first to give up in terms of all the accessories that comes with a mobile phone. Usually, earplugs only lasted for like a few months, but this time, this guy actually managed to last for a few years. So, he has outlived the usual expiration date for an earplug. But, still sad to see it go, because I've been using this for quite some time now. It gets all crusty. The plastic that covers the earplug gets all crusty, and it starts to peels out, and it starts to like crack, and it has to go basically. And now, because I have no earplugs, I'm basically playing this game mute for you guys, because I don't want echoes on my video. So, all the music and all the sound that you're hearing right now on the video, that is completely mute for me. And for those who might be questioning, why won't you, edit the video, man? I say this, bro, I work 10 hours a day, okay? It's just like, this is not exactly what I imagined working, but hey, at least I have some time to do stuff at home, kind of. And that's a bug. Anyway, that is gonna happen a lot when I start to use the older maps that I had prepared here. That was kind of strange. What the heck just happened there? Alright, just waiting for any of the kingdom here to start declaring war. Also, just for checking, there we go. But this is gonna get very laggy. So another update, which is related to this game, the mod that we are using here, called the Industrial Revolution mod, still hasn't been fixed. The bugs that I encountered last episode with the well, not last episode, but the other episode with the My Little Pony world. Basically, any race that aren't human cannot build new villages or kingdoms, for that matters. Which I think is a pretty devastating bug, because it's limited to only human, human-only world. And so I guess we are just gonna have to stick with these kind of maps, maps with only human kingdoms. Now, these guys are taking quite some time to not declare war here, so I will be putting some spice into the cooking here by activating the Age of Chaos. This will probably force Kingdom to make some unorthodox choices that they would not have made during peacetime. And yeah. Well, here we go. Euralia has finally ended the streak of peace that we are having here. Well, where are they? Who are they attacking? Perhaps the neighbor in the south? Roosevelt? Wait a second. These guys are across the map. Oh, because Roosevelt has an exclave over here. What is this village called? Iceberg. Almost call that an iceberg. Alright, well, as situation like this usually goes, Euralia will probably be able to annex that village right over there and tip over the balance of politics in the region, thus creating more wars. Alright, well, we are going to wait for a little bit here while I activate times 40. Look at this cool island. Alright, are we done yet? We done with the plan? Mr. King? Oh, Roosevelt's also trying to declare war as well. Well, good things, huh? Well, those two kingdoms will probably have some good times. Shin Nihon in the north is also brewing for some war here. And here we have it. The first war has happened. Euralia attacking Roosevelt in the horrible conquest. Already 2 people have died in an incident near the border started by Ufe, started by Euralia. And let's go and see. Perhaps they will probably be attacking this village. Yep, as expected. Although we probably will suffer from a little bit of a super laggy kind of thing here. We can see that guns are being brought to the battlefield just as the founding father intended. Archers ready their arms, and of course we have gunners too. What are you equipped with? Guard of Euralian, a legendary wooden weapon. Not exactly the best, most efficient weapon I could expect from you know, a medieval-ish army. My spear is getting attacked here, definitely from all sizes. Sides? Oh my god, sides? Well, come on. It seems that my brain is losing grasp on languages. I think this usually happens when you understand more than one language. Ooh, look at this. You can actually see the kind of thing created by whom, from where. But then again, why is Wavose from Euralia's not purple, but this one is purple? Maybe it's because the rarity is a little bit different. No, not really. Yeah, I have no idea why. Well, sometimes the name is in white, sometimes it's actually in purple. Perhaps it is to indicate some kind of like forgotten kingdom. Kingdoms are already in ruin. Then again, that should probably not have happened because none of this kingdom have fallen yet. Because here is the start of the war. How could a kingdom have fallen? Ah well. I feel like the entire war is going to be just conquering Iceberg because this area over here, the actual mainland of Roosevelt, they're going to have quite an offensive just by sheer distance. Alright, back to Iceberg. You can see here that the let's speed it up. There we go. A little bit laggy, but it is fine. You You see that the defensive, I guess, militia of Iceberg are trying their best here to defend the village. And one guy rose up as like the main focal point here. Who is this guy? A peso from Roosevelt, a veteran, one-eyed, crippled. Broken boots, defensive plat, glorified helmet, Prussian musket, Queen's Desire, harmless planet. Guys decked out with weapons and armory. Look at him, he's taking no damage at all. And he's like gaining health from killing. It is pretty impressive. A peso might be able to solo tank the entire enemy army, single-handedly saving his kingdom. Probably. Unless if they overwhelm him and he could not heal. Shin Nihon has declared war on the Selenite here. Let's move on to the Northern War. Let's see what is... Oh my god. Okay, I can understand the... Oh, right. Another exclave situation. The town of Voniov is the corner of the world right now, and yeah. It seems that it's correct, completely surrounded by the Shin Nihon Nien. You know, those guys. Anyways, Voniov is kind of defending right now. Doing pretty well. Never mind. It is completely... It has completely fallen. Once you see the number going up like this, and you know, the kingdom basically have no other support for this town, yeah, you know that this town is gonna fall. Not even this cannon is gonna make any difference, and it's gone. Well, goodbye, Voniov, and I guess say hello to your new boss. Bloody conquest. Speaking of horrible conquests, you can probably see that Iceberg here is still defending the integrity of the entire kingdom of Roosevelt. And of course, hang on, come on. A peso is still here with us. He's still fighting. He has not yet known defeat. And he has killed 80 enemy troops already. 81. Doesn't seem like he's healing from enemy with that kill. I feel like I still don't understand the there we go, he's healing again. Okay. So maybe it's like after several kills you get like, you know, a full heal. Perhaps. Your kingdom has declared war on us, Holy Silver Hill. Where is that? Oh, okay. We can see that Frenheim is also joining on the fun, attacking Holy Silver Hill. They are completely surrounded by enemies except for the coastal areas. Apollo has declared war on Lunar. Oh my god, the lag is impressive. It is surprisingly difficult to actually move around. Okay, okay. Seems like this... Oh my god, look at this! This entire farm has been burned. And the farmers are having to jump into the lake here to, you know, avoid getting burned to death. Meanwhile, there are guys over here who are still getting lit on fire and have yet to approach the water. They might... Well, they have burned into chars already. You can see their corpses littering the field. Basically becoming fertilizers. Alright, it seems that a peso is still here, still defending his kingdom valiantly. Meanwhile, I have seen absolutely no support Oh, never mind. Joralia City is being attacked by the Roosevelt troops. Pretty slow, but you know, better late than never, I guess, for support. Anyway, it seems to me that some war is going on up north here. Lunar is currently the center of the battlefield. One of the bloodiest battlefield on the moon. The city of Roxanne is currently facing some pretty hefty calamity over here. I see a lot of troops are meeting their end on a very chaotic battlefield with, I feel like, very various kingdoms. The troops from various kingdoms. You can see guys from Shin Nihon over here. We can see Roxanne defensive forces, and we have dudes from the Apollo kingdom passing. I mean, not just passing, but trying to conquer the region. And yet, I can see some orange banner as well. I'm not sure where are they from. Ah, they're from the Selenite. Of a second. Alright, some fucking bullshit. Back to the game. Hang on. There we go. Now, where were we? Ah, yes, Lunar. They're invading the Selenites, despite the fact that the Selenites are sending troops over in the middle of Lunar's territory. You can see their advancement in the city of Roxanne, despite these guys over here are just like, you know, well, they are in the middle of the kingdom already, yet they're not occupying the city at all. Meanwhile, the Selenite have made some impressive progress. They have already taken over the city of Yichon, or Waichon, I don't know. How would you even spell that, you know? Anyway, down in the southern area here, we can see that Uvedot is currently under occupation by the kingdom of Ottolan. Man, it seems like Holy Silverhill is sitting on top of some I don't know, gold mine, silver mine, whatever precious material people are going to you know, mine next, because they are being attacked by multiple kingdoms from all sides. Oh, god damn it. Whatever. Over in the southern area here, we can see that the city of Not B has successfully repelled an attack from perhaps the Gear Kingdom. I saw that the number was white, and yet the only kingdom attacking or being attacked by Hardenstein here is Volkelt, and they are definitely focusing on the eastern side more. City of Esva currently sitting at 17% here. Alright, speed change to 40. Okay, maybe not. This is way too much. Way too much lag for me to handle. Esva 46%. And I see that there doesn't seem to be any sort of support in place here for the you know, for the troops on the red side. Can't remember the name. Hardenstein, yes. Hardenstein seems to be focusing on attacking Volkelt headquarters in Talberg as a way to I guess, revenge, and also getting some new territory to make up for the losses of Ezra, which has yet to be liberated. Overdot is currently under annexation and will probably be incorporated into Ottoland. Subpovol seems to have repelled an attack from a red invader. And yet, it seems that Frenheim is only being attacked by Holy Silverhill at the moment, so I have no idea why it's showed up as red. In the meantime, I think the end for the war between, well, maybe not the end, but you know, the end of Iserberg might be close here. They will probably be occupied and fully incorporated in a few moments. It seems that our resilient fighter of the city has completely been overwhelmed, and he has fallen in battle. Euralias have finally completed their military objective. Hang on for a second here. I will let the game play for a little bit while I, you know, do some work. And I'm back here and I see that Holy Silverhill has... Oh, hang on, slow down, stop, pause the game. This Holy Silverhill is about to be completely annexed here. Ashwood has fallen. That is the first kingdom to go down on the moon. Hang on, speed change to 5. And I can see here... Well, I see that, well, there are a lot of war. But 3 war has ended at the same time because, you know, Ottoland has finally completed their conquest over Holy Silverhill, taking over the city of Ashwood and Adavot. Now, it seems to me that other kingdom also kind of paying attention to the Holy Silverhill as well. So, you know, we might not be at the, you know, the end of this area. Perhaps there will be more wars, and Ottoland will probably be the target of attack. The horrible conquest, bloody conquest, huge class, and class of terror are still going on. All of these are very high casualty war. Pretty impressive. Oh man, Hartenstein just taken over the capital city of Euralia, which means they will have to relocate their city, the capital, down to Eskava, the Esheva, which is the furthest east city of the kingdom of Volkelt. Up north here, we can see that Apollo is starting to feel some heat from Lunar. Meanwhile, Shin Nihon is still kind of like, I'm not sure what their objective right now is because they are still attacking the Selenites for no apparent reason. And same with Euralia and the Roosevelt. I will put it on times 40 and I will be, you know, solving some other stuff here, you know. All right, all right. I can see that. The progress in the southern area is kind of going into the Hardenstein side. Yeah, I don't know where I was going with that sentence. Basically, Hardenstein is doing a lot better than Volkelt right now. Meanwhile, in the north here, we can see that the Kingdom of Apollo is not doing so good. It seems that despite the relatively big size in the at the beginning of the game, Apollo seems to have fallen off quite a lot here, and Lunar capitalize on their advantage at the moment in terms of population, have already completely taken over the city of Nectario, the capital of Apollo, and now they are moving across the southern area to take over Ivor. Alright, that's not a name that I actually put down for the kingdom. I blame the name generator. Random name generator. Well, Iowa seems to be at 89% right now, 91. And they are going to be annexed. Yep, and there it is. The last city, Owikbe, will probably have to formulate some kind of peace plan here because they don't see their chances of winning. The war of the Selenite against the Shin Nihon are still going on pretty regularly. I don't see a point where these two made peace with each other. Perhaps if Lunar were to attack one of these sides, but they have to finish the current war with Apollo right now. Alright, Volkelt have wow, the Volkelt is actually doing pretty nicely here. They have reclaimed the city of Enama. Wow, okay, it seems to me that the color is a little bit weird on this episode. You can see that despite the color of Volkelt being yellow, they are having purple numbers. And now they have red numbers. Okay, well that might be a bug. Not sure. Also, who eats worm? Why would you eat worms? Disgusting. Ew. Why would you do that? Come on. Have some respect. To be fair though, several species of worm-like creatures can be eaten, such as the sea. I don't know. It's kind of like an oceanic worm species. I've seen people eat it. I've seen it sold on like fair, like temporary market thingy. I don't know if they classify as fair, but okay. And I've seen them on television being put on to delicacies. I mean, I guess they themselves are the delicacies, but they needed some, some stuff to go with them. Maybe like congee, or maybe like a kind of like salad. Who knows, right? Gonna need something to eat. You can't just like eat a worm like raw. Also, can't eat a worm like dry as well, because it's just gonna be a dry ass piece of worm. Probably gonna taste like I don't know. Flavorless rubber band? I don't know, I haven't eaten the worm. But man, okay. I would imagine it to be quite chewy. The worm, the sea worm that is, not the earthworm. I have no idea who in their right mind would eat earthworm. I guess except for like chickens. Okay, well, nothing much is happening this, except for maybe several ongoing war here, ongoing forever war. So I'm just gonna speed things up to 40 here. So sorry that this map is kind of laggy. I can't exactly control it very well. Perhaps, you know, maybe it's like my limitation for the thing here. Alright, well, yeah, I guess there's not much else to say here aside from the fact that, well, these wars are just gonna continue on in their current state. Roosevelt being attacked by Euralia without any sort of border changes. The kingdom are just kind of throwing people at a no man's land, a middle kingdom, perhaps, and nobody's claiming any sort of population or you know, city. But I can see here that Shin Nihon and Apollo are definitely facing some difficulties. Speed have to be slowed down here, perhaps only at times. I guess time. No. Oh my god. Alright, there we go. ×4. That would be good. Kingdom of Apollo might be gone here. Awikbe is going to be annexed fully. Completely incorporated into the Lunar territory. Meanwhile, in the northern area, Shin Nagasaki has been taken over. An absolutely devastating blow for the Shin Nihon. Iwama is about to be gone as well. Finshin does actually have some sort of occupation going on here, but I'm not sure if these guys are going to have any progress in that regard. Perhaps they will be too late. Squadron here from the Shin Nihon are trying to destroy any sort of defensive, both buildings or human. Shin Nihon has lost another city. Hang on. Oops, sorry for all the constant cut and stop. Lots of things are being processed here. Alright, I can see that from the top-down view here, we can see that Shin Nagasaki is currently still a battlefield, despite the fact that it's already been completely taken over by the troops from, I forgot the name of this kingdom, Selenites. Alright. Well, to make a lot of sense. Frenheim is currently trying to build a war here. Meanwhile, Hardenstein and Volkelt and Euralia are realizing their futile efforts and about to end the war. Well, their respective, you know, forever war. Meanwhile, in the north here, I have just realized that it's not just Lunar who are completely surrounding the Selenite, but the Selenite are also, in a way, kind of surrounding Lunar at the moment. Kind of a very interesting Matryoshka doll. Well, not exactly. More like a... What do you call this? Like a jigsaw puzzle? Or... I don't know. But it is a very weird situation that you would not expect to happen. Anyway, we can see here that the troops from occupied Shin Nagasaki has finally moved down to the city of Uhok-Ensen. Occupying the city will probably be easy because Uhok-Ensen doesn't seem to have very many defensive structure, and I was right. They are already annexing the city right now. Meanwhile, at the central hub of Okutgo, it seems that the Shin Nihon are trying desperately to support their stranded troops across the lunar surface here in Finson. Well, sometimes you wish that the WorldBox world is not a flat surface, but you know, it is what it is. You have like the ice wall, here to cover the. Well, it's not the ice wall, more like just a cliff that goes. You know, that water just kind of flows down, I guess. Whatever you imagine it to be. Well, I do like the WorldBox world a lot, but you know, sometimes I do wish that they have some kind of like system to make the world a globe. Basically, if you go way too far in the eastern direction, you loop back around in the west. Same with north and south. All that kind of jazz. Kind of like the old NES video game, you know, like what is this? The Popeye game, and just like Donkey Kong would also have that kind of like logic, and I guess the original Mario Brothers, not Super Mario Brothers, but like the Mario Brothers. You know, the game where Mario and Luigi actually goes into the sewer to kill the Koopas and like flies and crap. Yeah, I think that serves as like an origin point for the Mario Brothers. I don't know if many people know about that game nowadays, but back then that game was good. I used to have a Famicom system because that's what we have here in the East. Not the Nintendo Entertainment System, but the Famicom system. And boy, that one has like a, I don't know. I don't think that is like the official Famicom system, but more like a bootleg version. Well, maybe not the console, but the cartridge definitely was. It was one of those like, you know, orange cartridges with 100 games, you know. And boy, do I play a lot of that when I was a kid. So, ooh, here we go. Shin Nihon has lost most of their territory here west of the city of Hufby, and now they're putting their bet on to the liberation of Ivama, and they seem to be successful at it. Sitting at 77%. Ivama might be liberated, but in the meantime, it seems that another enemy has appeared for Shin Nihon. It seems to be Frenheim. The Frenheimian are already making their way across into the city of what is this called now? Okutgo. There we go. Oh, Ivanma has been completely liberated, just in time to support the troops in Okutgo and Sirawas. But Shin Nihon need to be beware of their danger here. They are still currently attacking the Selenites, or you know, maybe be attacked by the Selenite, and suffering from some attack from Frenheim as well. Not helping that they are kind of smaller in size than both of these enemies. In the meantime, Orlan are attacking the Lunar, which I would say is probably another forever war, because these two are separated by this gigantic ocean here, except for this tiny borders that they share. Alright, I've just speeded up to times 40. I can already see that the lag has completely stopped the operation of the the game here. Oh, that's the culture tab. That was not what I intended to click. It was supposed to be this one. There's a red war between Gear Kingdom and Volcal seem to have already well, they have not made any sort of casualty here. The other war are kind of early. They're still in the first year phase. The bloody conquest, however, has already dragged on for 16 years. So that's pretty impressive, but not as impressive as a war with 37 years war. That was very long, and I. All right, enough with the rambling. Hang on. Back to the story of the Famicom that it has a well, let's say that it has a kind of a bootleg cartridge to go with it, and I used to play a lot of that cartridge. All right, hang on, let me grab a glass of water here. Hydrate yourself, please. All right. Well, I guess this episode, because of the laggy nature of this episode, we'll probably just sit around and like talk a little bit. So basically, right, I played games like of course you have the Super Mario Brothers, the Mushroom Man kind of deal like that. You have the original Mario Brothers. You also have the first Donkey Kong, the second Donkey Kong, and the third Donkey Kong game. You also have the there's a game that I really like, but I can't remember what its actual name is. It has like the main character is like a red ninja dude. Yeah, he's like a red ninja dude, and he's like, he throws shuriken and all that kind of stuff. And they have like, I think there was like 2 games for that series, and the first one, your objective is like to climb a mountain. You climb a mountain, and you kill enemies that you encounter on that mountain. The second game is more like you have to clear a stage. Basically, same character, same kind of physics, but this time, you're in a building. You're inside of a castle, like a Japanese style castle, and you have to kill all of the troops that are inside the castle. Sometimes you even have like weird dude, like I remember there's a skeleton guy, there's a guy that looks like a pumpkin, and then there's like freaking refrigerator that throw ice. Yeah, that's fucking weird. Anyway, I also like the Formula 1 game, and also the racing, the top-down racing game. Like I don't remember what is. I think Road Fighter was the name. Yeah, the Road Fighter. What else? Well, I guess because the cartridge doesn't have the kind of like built-in memory system, it doesn't have any sort of RPG game from the early NES era, like The Legend of Zelda. That counts. I know that counts as like an RPG game, but still, it's still a lot of fun playing all this arcadey game. Some of the game I don't even remember the name of, and I'm trying to find it. I mean, find them, I guess. There's like a game where you are some kind of like spaceship. Okay, I admit that is like a very broad definition, but I remember being that game is like you kind of like a spaceship, and you kind of like fly on like a planet's surface or something like that. Not exactly the best game, but remember that. There's There's also the Goonies. Yeah, the Goonies game. This one was really fun. Anyway, back to the task at hand here. We can see that the Shin Nihon have probably not done so well. Look at this. Hang on, let me stop. Stop, please. Oh my god. There we go. The Shin Nihon is not doing so hot right now. Oh my god. Chosadran, Vonyov, and even Sirawis are being annexed at the same time. It seems that this is the end of Shin Nihon. They might be the second, I guess the second one to go. Over here we can see that the town of If-Alwa is under annexation from, I believe, the Lunar. Meanwhile, Frenheim is finishing the blow here on Shin Nihon. Probably will end the forever war between Shin Nihon and Selenites. Alright, and we are basically catching up. Well, we're basically caught up with the current state of the moon world. So, I guess back to speed 40. Well, speaking of consoles that I used to have, I'm not exactly the most wealthiest guy. Not exactly an average family either. So I kind of like don't have too many consoles that are legitimate. Well, I guess the Famicom is the only legitimate one. The other ones that I have for several years later is kind of I remember it has a PlayStation-esque kind of look, but it is basically just another NES clone. It's play NES game, the same kind of like orange cartridge that has like hundreds of games, same games as the other one, and even more buggy. So that was not an enjoyable experience. The game console does come with their own weird kind of bootleggy PlayStation-esque control, and it was like really hard to grasp. There's also a very interesting console. It was a CD player, actually. It was a CD player that has the ability to play games that are somehow ported on a CD disc. I have no idea how that works. Perhaps it is the same kind of thing that a CDI runs on, but I don't know. But somehow that can play games, and I love that thing. Oh man, that thing has like Contra, right? That the old Famicom control. I mean, the old Famicom console does not have Contra, and boy, when I first got my hand on Contra, that was awesome. All right, I played that, and Jacko as well. Also, yeah, that console was great because it had like, I believe there are three games that I really like on that console: Contra, Jacko, and another game which I cannot remember the name of, but it has the gameplay of top-down area vehicle crashing kind of game. I don't know if that is like a descriptive phrase, but I hope that someday I can find that game again and maybe play it on this channel. Pretty cool game. So basically in that game you are controlling a car. Hang on. So basically you control a car, and in a top-down fashion you have to slam into other cars. That's it. You have to slam into other cars in a way that makes the other car explode and not your car. And And yeah, I play a lot of that game. It's really fun. It's the most fun thing about that game is that you actually get to unlock new cores after each level. And I was like, yes, I want to unlock this core. I want to unlock this core. And you know, the map is also kind of like new as well. Every time you upgrade to a new core, you also got a new map. So that's pretty cool. Devising new strategy to go with the enemy AI is also pretty good. Although I hesitant to call them AI. But then again, what would I call them, you know? Maybe bots, who knows. Also, hang on. Let's go back into the game right now because we have ended two of the most prolonged war in this world. Frenheim against Shinihon, and Shinihon against the Selenite. And the Selenite and Frenheim became the victor. And now, after that that mutual respect against the common enemy, Frenheim and Selenite have decided that they will make a new and a new alliance. I'm not sure what end they're supposed to be here, but I guess that's just my common reaction to things. Otherland seems to be attacking Lunar, meanwhile Jurali and Hardenstein are also planning to join an alliance. Alright, well, we are back in the age of peace here. Which means some more story time from old grandpa. Anyway. So, yeah, video games, am I right? There's a thing here. There's like another, not a console, but another set of games that I really like. Well, not exactly really like, but I enjoy when I was bored. So the brick games, yeah, I know you guys know that it was basically all over the world, especially the not first world countries. That brick game thing still are being sold, by the way. So not exactly antique stuff, but still very nostalgic. Yeah, the newer model even having more variety to their games, but generally I just play it because of Tetris and a racing game. Oh, and there's also the tank game, which is a copycat of the NES Battle City, which I also really like. And that was the original War Thunder, by the way. Can you imagine that? Oh man, old ass like tank game, basically just like a top-down like maze kind of thing, and then you have to shoot at the enemy tanks. Sometimes you can find a ROM hack version with different kind of tanks that is really cool and different kind of levels. I also play a lot of that game. That was really fun, and I enjoy the upgrades that comes with the the new ROM hack. Yeah, but there's also this thing. Back then I used to have my family used to have like a CRT TV with built-in video games. Can you imagine what that means for a little kid? Like built-in video games? Oh my god! Holy shit, man! And it was really disappointing. That freaking TV has like two games. One is a puzzle game, kind of like Tetris. You kind of control blocks that falls down, but the blocks they have different colors. You have to shoot the block that have the same color, so it match like a block of other blocks on the field with other colors, and basically clears the level. The other game is more interesting, more exciting. It's a balloon kind of game where you control like an arrow, and then you have to shoot. You have to shoot at balloons that are coming down from the bottom of the screen. Sometimes there are also like Chinese lantern. Yeah, well, and then the balloon get faster. So there's that. That's about it. I mean, it's a really simple game. Really simple. Oh, Shield of Strong has been formed here, incorporating 3 kingdoms. But they are leaving out Hardenstein. Interesting. Hang on, let's stop. There we go. Shield of Strong, founder Niku. Hasune Niku, the founder kingdom Selenites. We have the Roosevelt, Zoralia, and the Selenites. Shield of Strong. I see. Well, I guess I have become, you know, they have become the Zatsudan kind of sort of like stalking video, sharing stories. So, I mean, you know, child story are pretty cool. Maybe if you guys have like cool child story about your experience with like, you know, bootleg consoles or like, you know, legitimate consoles. But you know, I mean, honestly, legitimate console are, you know, kind of mainstream. I'm here for the bootleg. I'm here for the obscure kind of thing, you know. Maybe one day if I have like more time, or maybe I switch some job. I switch to a better job that has like more, you know, available time. I'll probably get around on like, you know, playing some obscure old ass game, you know, kind of like the one that I did with the Pokemon Vietnamese Crystal. But that was a Game Boy game. We should probably advance to the you know, actual non-handheld console. Oh man, speaking of handheld, you know, Nokia used to have a phone that basically served as a handheld console. Yeah, the Engage. My I have a fond memory of that one. I didn't have the actual phone, but I remember when I was a kid, I went to an English tutor with my friend, and she was like a tomboy kind of lady, and she has like an Engage, and she is like, you know, she's, well, of course she's in English. Yeah, cannot speak. She's an English teacher, right? She's an English teacher, so you know she has like, you know. Well, we are mostly there for studying, but I cannot help but not notice the goddamn cool mobile phone that looks like a video game console, right? Right? Oh my god. The Engage. So, yeah. I believe the only time I saw her play video games on that console, it was like an Assassin's Creed game. Man. Assassin's Creed on a phone? And then I realized that there are actually Assassin's Creed on Java phones, and I played the heck out of those games as well. Oh man, my path of becoming a real legitimate like gamers, it's basically becoming you know, exposed here on the internet. But still, you know, it's really fun. Speaking of mobile phone games, you know, back then we didn't have this like, you know, smartphone with the touchscreen. The highest order of phone back then was just, you know, cool Nokia with like weird built-in features. I only have a really crappy Nokia phone, like a real crappy one. Not exactly a 3310. Not exactly a. Well, I did have a brick. I did have a brick Nokia. A black and white one, you know, with the kind of Game Boy-ish color. Playing the game like Bounce, Snakes. Oh yeah, but still not exactly the high end of the Nokia phone. But I also have another phone, also a Nokia. Back then Nokia was like the thing, you know. Nowadays kids are coming back to those dumb phones, huh? Now they realize the actual value of phones with actual button. But back then that was a king, you know. Nokia phones with actual colors and high resolution. You can play a lot of games with that one, especially PES, Pro Evolution Soccer by Konami. They ported that shit on the mobile phone, and boy, I was playing that day and night. I was basically grinding the crappiest team to the top of the league. Alright? I was a pro back then, okay? Nowadays, I couldn't even, like, you know, handle a soccer ball, but, you know, man, back then I was like, oh, it was awesome. Awesome. Jorania has declared war on the Gear Kingdom, which means the entire Shield of Strong coalition will have to gear up and beat these guys to ash. Man, I'm kind of sorry that we didn't get to see very much combat, very much you know, fluid in the video today because of the lag. I really should have planned this better. But still, you know, we had some fun. We had some fun here, talking about things. I had some fun. I don't know if you guys had any fun. Maybe I'm just here rambling to, like, you know, an audience. But hey, I guess you know, sometimes people do enjoy the ramblings. Still, I still have more story tales, by the way, for you know, video game experience. Hardenstein have also piled up on the list of kingdoms that will put their boot on the Gear Kingdom. Oh man, poor Gear Kingdoms. They have well, I guess they are the one monopolizing this inland sea. So, you know. And also they are having another town down here, serving as a nice little port. Oh, it used to be this. I remember this used to be a different kingdom. I guess Gear Kingdom does, you know, made some bucks out of that situation. All right, back to the rambling. So, man, back then, mobile phone used to last for quite some time, huh? Mobile phones really doesn't. I guess my current smartphone right now is actually pretty resilient. I've been using it for, like, I guess 5-6 years, 7. I remember I got this one in my first year of college, and I still have it. I'm still using it today, so I guess that is pretty resilient. I guess, but you know, ordinary smartphone nowadays, they don't really make them very sturdy anymore. You know, you drop the phone once, and it cracked, like the glass crack, and like you either have to contend with a really disgusting crack screen, or you have to buy a new phone, which I, you know, really dislike because of the because you know, the implication that, you know, things are not made to last anymore. That's kind of why I don't exactly like the current strand of smartphone, where basically people just like having a giant screen that can crack when you freaking sit on it. You know, I like a smartphone that is a little bit more sturdy. To be fair, I like anything that is a little bit more sturdy. You know, I'm kind of a clumsy dude, so I drop things a lot. So good thing that the smartphone have lasted me for years. Speaking of smartphones, back in the day, met a kid, a middle school kid with a. What the heck just happened? All right, stop the story, stop everything. The world, what the heck just happened here? I've just seen this city getting annexed into the proper, you know, territory of Shield of Strong, and then it goes back into green immediately. That has never happened before. I have never seen that. I'm not sure if that is like intended or not. Well, whatever. Oh my god, the lag is insane. I can't even like escape out of this area. Alright, speed change to 5 so we can actually observe what is going on here. Maybe speed change to 5 is still kind of like... Here we go, speed change to 1. Let's go back to the city of Saiwa here. It seems that the occupying troops have been eradicated. The defender of Outland are still doing pretty well to defend themselves. They have completely removed the occupation forces from the city of Saiwa, and now they are moving across to the south here in Epitama. Oh man. Well, the battle is raging on. I'll let the battle play for a little bit here. You guys can observe the battle. See here that the... oh man, this guy doesn't really have that much of a strategy. They just seem to like be clashing each other in the face. Perhaps lining up the shooters in a back line, like the elves usually do, would probably be more beneficial. That way I like the elves. Well, I don't exactly like the elves, but you know, I like the other races than human. The human are a little bit chaotic in this game. The elves can actually have a strategy by putting the archer down back in the back line, and they have like a front line troops over there, kind of infantry with sword and kind of stuff, meeting and basically forcing the enemy to be, you know, in one place, while the archer in the back kind of like taking pot shot or, you know, spraying. City of whatever this is. Usuat is currently under annexation from the Uralian. Same with Ihedron. Espa as well, it seems. Ihedron has been taken. Alright, it seems that Epitama, despite the constant harassment from the Otto troops, well, this single soldier, Vimis Lisi, is actually completing the annexation of Epitama, which is very impressive because he's there almost by himself. And he's currently under attack from multiple troops, and he's still holding that freaking location. He's holding that position, not allowing the enemy from, you know, completely defending the city. This allows the southern flank from being, you know, attacked. Well, this kind of prevents the southern flank from being attacked while allowing the basically these guys can actually go over here and completely ignore the Epitama because it had already been occupied. And it also held the line here for these dudes. They cannot cross the border, they cannot challenge the occupation. Simple. I guess, well, it seems that Lunar seems to be doing pretty hot here. They are attacking both, wait a second, they're only attacking Ottoland. What am I talking about? Well, I'm just gonna leave the game here running for a little bit. Let's put it on times 40. We'll see. Well, maybe times 40 is a little bit weird because, you know, it's laggy and maybe it's not exactly as fast as times 5. Which is kind of a weird paradox. boy, oh boy, some major change is about to happen here as it seems Ottoman are taking back their city. Meanwhile, Gear Kingdom's territory has shrunken down quite a bit, with Hardenstein looking to further their reach. Frenheim is about to attack another kingdom as well. Alright. Well, hang on here. Let's speed it down to ×5, ×4, and zoom in closer. Perhaps I will have to stretch this out into 2 parts as we are about to run out of time. Well, this is currently the state of the world of, you know, a terraform moon. Hardenstein, Shield of Strong, Frenheim, Lunar, Odlin, and Gear Kingdom are locked in perpetual combat. And we still have yet to define a single kingdom that might be able to take over the rest. Of course, we also have Euralia and Roosevelt as well. And yeah, and of course the Selenite, who could have forgotten. But still, you know, we are far away from an official end. But that might have to wait, that we'll have to wait for another day, because I have ran out of time here for, you know, this video. Hopefully you guys will be, you know, watching the next part of this, I don't know, conquest, war, battlefield, whatever. But yeah, unfortunately we could not reach the end in one video, so, you know, I will have to end the video here. See you in the next one. Bye.